Do you ever feel like taking out your aggression on anyone by beating them with a stick? Lacrosse lets you do just that. I spent some time with Utah State's men's lacrosse team to help explain the sport to you.
Lacrosse is a fast-paced, physical game that combines skills from many other sports.
For me, transitioning over from playing basketball and coaching basketball to playing lacrosse and coaching lacrosse, there's a lot of similar movements and rotations there, which made the transition that much easier for me. The physicality from football, especially with that body on body, the running of soccer, you get a good kind of mix of everything all in this one game.
Players have an 80-second shot clock to try to shoot the ball past the other team's goalie, much like in basketball. So they try to move the ball around to create some confusion in the defense before taking a clear shot. The goalie's job is to stop that shot and direct the defense.
If it's straight up the middle, they've got a lot of cage to look at, so we kind of try and want to push them to the outside. Once they get to that outside, it brings the angle down. I know that they do the same thing in hockey.
Players love their goalie, but often say,
Those guys are batshit crazy.
Just because the ball's coming in at you really fast, you get hit by it. We don't wear a whole lot of pads.
so why don't goalies and lacrosse players in general wear many pads?
For quickness, you just got to be quick in the cage, and then your body gets used to it after a while.
Nobody wants those big bulky pads because they get in the way.
College lacrosse still requires that you wear a helmet, chest protector, elbow pads, and gloves because
if you're the guy with the ball, the defenders can either hit you with their sticks or they can just full-on body check you.
the coaches decide who's on the field based on which team has possession and who matches up best in that situation.
So we look for who's leaving their heart out there.
One more! Hey, one more!
Skill can only go so far. When you have heart and you have effort, that just takes it to that next level.
Other than after timeouts, you restart the play with a face-off at the X, or center of the field. This is usually done by a face-off specialist.
There's a million different ways that the face-off can go. It's about reading your opponent and being able to react to that. So it's a huge mind game.
Like most sports, possession is the most important thing because if you have the ball, you can score and the other guys can't. So taking face-offs is an important role.
That's my contribution, and as long as I can win that, that's good enough for me.
The lacrosse team opened their season on Saturday against Boise State. This goal here comes as Austin Whitening feeds it past to the long stick midfielder Porter McFadden alone in the front. During the next possession, Jarrett Shakespeare looks to shoot but finds Chris Falls open on an easy slam dunk, putting the Aggies up 5-1. With 4 minutes left in the half, Aggies went a man up, working it around the outside before Tanner Smith rips it past the Boise State goalie. Here Miles Rousson bull dodges his way past a defender, and watch how he changes his hands before he shoots. That's a great move that can easily throw off any goalie. In the next play, watch Tanner Smith work his way behind the net before he spots Brock Arbon alone out front, who tries the behind-the-back shot that just goes wide. That shot would have been on ESPN if it would have went in. The Aggies' last goal of the game came as time was expiring to Boise State penalty. Miles Wilson found Hunter Pearson, who ripped it low to high, putting the Aggies up 12-9 with 2 minutes left in the game. Boise had narrowed the lead to 1 when the goalie Berkeley Baskins makes a huge save to hold the lead for the Aggies, who won the game 12-11.
The 4A quarterfinals took place with 2 of the games being played in the Valley. 3 of the 4 teams have View in their names, so try to keep up on this one. Pineview came up to take on Green Canyon for a high-scoring affair. Enoch Taku punched through to get this 6, but they were unable to convert on the extra point. Jacob London keeps it to get hit 6 of his own. Then after a double reverse, he gets a pass from McKay Jorgensen to add 2 more for Green Canyon. However, it would not be enough to hold off the Panthers, who would score the only 3 touchdowns of the 4th quarter, including this one in the final 2 seconds of the game to give Pineview the win with a final score of 43 and the Wolves with 36. Mountain View traveled up to Cache Valley to take on Skyview just to be sent back to Orem with a hard loss. The Bruins' only points in the first half came as Deuce Anderson found Jet Anderson open in the end zone. They were unable to convert on the extra point. Kason Carlson was able to find Mason Falslev open in the middle of the field for this 62-yard touchdown to end the first quarter, then finds him again for a 24-yarder. Carlson also had 2 rushing touchdowns himself that you could see right here. If the ref would get out of my way, And the Bobcats would go on to win big, 56-13 over the Bruins. Ouch, that was a tough one to be at if you were a Mountain View fan. You're all caught up in Cache Valley sports, and back to you, Emily.
With the good weather this week, it might be a good time to check out the newest addition to the Logan Parks District. That's right, after construction and weather delays, the Bridger Bike Park is finally open. Brandon Dean was at the grand opening and has the sights and sounds from the people who were there.
You guys that have been waiting forever, you can get going in the bike park.
Felt like it was an eternity, definitely. A little tempting to come out and ride, but I had to respect the trails being built.
Since 2000, we've been trying to figure out a way to get a bike park funded.
I think the coolest part about it is just seeing all the kids and the youth being able to come out here.
Been impressed with what there is available for little riders.
Just because it's for all ages.
It's just convincing them that they are little is sometimes part.
We have a beginner, intermediate, expert lines. You can kind of work your way up to learn how to jump, learn how to control your bike better.
They've only almost got ran over a couple of times, so we just need to help them remember to stay on the little kids sections and not hang out at the bottom of the tabletop.
This is your park. Your community's made it, so love it, take care of it.
There's a lot of ruts and tracks in the park right now, and that's due to people riding in it when it's wet.
We're going to need to have community ongoing care, watering, shaping, and caring for this park. It's not made out of concrete, it's made out of dirt.
A lot of it still needs to settle. A lot of this dirt's not hard packed yet.
It's a community bike park, so you get to meet all the riders in your community, and it's usually way more than you even thought of. Because when you're on a trail, you get to the trailhead, you see like 1 or 2 trucks, and maybe you talk to them, but usually you're just doing your own thing. It's a good thing it's beautiful weather today, and the sun's going down, but still plenty of riding.